across the front here on the top of the radiator, we're going to go ahead and remove our plastic buttons. Use your pry tool and pop these out. Once we get those out, we'll go ahead and grab the trim piece. I'm going to disconnect it from our upper grille area here. With the wheel turned out, you're going to use your trim tool. Going to get to this little button right here. Going to pop out the center. And then remove the button itself. Right beside it, there's another one right here. Pop that center. Go ahead and pull that button. I'm going to use our Phillips head screwdriver to go ahead and remove this screw. Continue along the bottom here. If you have plastic push pins, you want to go ahead and remove them. Ours is missing from a few spots. Buttons that you do find, go ahead and use your trim tool, pop out that center section. Go ahead and rotate your wheel the other way. This will give you access to the inner fender liner. Remove the two buttons like we did on the other side. Okay, and grab your liner or your splash guard here. Work that down and out. On the corner edge of the bumper where it goes up to the fender, there's a Phillips head screw right here. Use your Phillips head screwdriver, remove the screw. Repeat for the driver's side. Now in the lower part of the wheel liner and the bottom corner of the bumper, there are these plastic lock tabs. You're going to use your trim tool. You want to go ahead and pop these. Now ours have already been separated, kind of broken in there a little bit, so we're going to do our best to save what we have here. Once you get this out, go ahead and repeat for the driver's side. I'm going to come over to the edge of the bumper. I'm going to gently grab the bumper and pull it away, like so. I'm going to work our way around the front, right around to the grille, and all the way to the driver's side. Grab the bumper, pull it straight forward, and set that aside. Using a 10mm socket and extension, we're going to go underneath the headlamp, closest to the radiator side, and remove this bolt underneath. Okay, remove our bolt here. It will be underneath the fender. Remove the two upper 10mm bolts. Go ahead and grab your lamp assembly. pull it forward. I'm going to go ahead and remove our lights from the back side here. Twist, twist, and then remove your light. On the bottom side of the lamp, we have our metal mounting bracket. I'm going to go ahead and remove this bolt right here. Remove the bolt in the bracket. I'm going to swap it over to our new lamp. Installing our bracket on the bottom side of the lamp. And get the screw started. We'll go ahead and get that snug down. If you want to go ahead and reuse your bulb, grab the little tab, remove the rubber boot. It's a spring-loaded tab right here. I'm going to push that in, swing the spring tab away, grab your bulb and pull straight out. Go ahead and set your lamp aside. On the back side of the new lamp, grab the rubber boot, pull that off. Here's your spring tab. Open that up. Grab your bulb. I'm going to line up the keys or the little tabs inside. Press this down. Once you have that locked in place, we're going to go ahead and install our rubber boot. Just line up the boot, and we'll work that around. And bring this down. I'm going to go ahead and install our bulbs. Press the existing bulbs and sockets in, twist them clockwise to lock them into place. If yours has a little seal on it like this here, we're just going to pop this off. Your headlight connector should line right up with your bulb. Press it in and you'll feel that pop into place. Let's go ahead and get our headlamp pushed in. We're going to line up our bolt holes here, and we're just going to get the screws lined up. Get a couple of those put in by hand, just a few threads. I'm just going to go ahead and get that started, a few threads. I'm not going to tighten these down. Just going to install our bolt on the side here. And get that started, a few threads. And we'll get our lower bolt lined up and installed. Now that we have all the bolts started, let's go ahead and snug them down. take our bumper, slide this in, and work this up and over our radiator cap. As we're bringing this up, I want to pay attention to the bumper going underneath. I want to line this up, working this underneath the lamp. Work this around and get our bumper underneath the fender. I'm going to go ahead and pop this in. Work our way around to the passenger side. Do the same over here. Once this lines up, just tap it into place. We'll install our plastic buttons here. Work our way right across the top. We've got 4 of those to do. Going to install our screw on the edge of the bumper right here. Once this is in, we'll go repeat for the driver's side. We'll go ahead and install our pin in the center right here. Work our way out from there. I'm going to take our metal screw retainer, slide that up under the fender liner over that hole. I'm going to take our Phillips head screw, put it up through here, goes through the splash shield and into that little retainer, that little lock. And then go ahead and screw this together. Now work our splash shield under. Bring the wheel well liner over. And then we'll put our screw in. Install our button here. Go ahead and line up your fender liner with the splash shield. Go ahead and get your buttons installed. Repeat for the other side.
This is going to be a general tutorial on how to aim your brand new TRQ headlamp assemblies. Okay, so looking at your brand new TRQ headlamp assembly, you're going to see where your low beam is, and you'll see a little dot right in the center. And that is the access point, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to mark that, with an erasable marker, just so it's easier to see. Next, what we need to do is measure from the level ground up to this point and take note of that measurement. Now we're just going to pull the car up to our wall. On our vehicle, we remember that the measurement was 28 inches for our access point. Your vehicle may be different, but that's where I'm going to put this tape, just above that 28 inches. We'll do the same on the other side. Okay, so let's just back the vehicle up, straight back 25 feet from the wall. And now that we moved our vehicle 25 feet back from the wall, we're going to start with our measurement here. That's where the headlamp center is. We're going to go down 4 inches on the driver's side. On the passenger side, we have our line here. What we need to do is go down 2 inches. To adjust the driver's side, we're going to cover our passenger side headlamp. If you look at the back side of your headlamp assembly, you're going to see something that looks like this. This is the adjustment. Some of these headlight assemblies have 1, 2, or even more of them, but you should at least have one. This is how we're going to adjust the headlight beam. Now we're going to lower the top part of the beam down to just below this line. When you turn the adjustment to the right, it brings the beam up, and if you turn it to the left, it'll bring the headlight beam down. And this is this way on most vehicles. Let's continue on to doing the passenger side. All right, we properly aligned our TRQ headlamp assemblies. Okay, and on the quality TRQ headlamps for a pickup truck, the procedure is going to be the same. You're going to find your center dot, mark it, and then you'll measure from the level ground up to your dot. So once your headlamps are properly adjusted, it'll be time to adjust your fog lamps. You'll notice on the driver's side, the focal point is all the way at the bottom right now. I would like to bring it up so it meets up with approximately the bottom of the focal point of the headlight. Some fog lamps have an adjuster, others don't. The ones that do have an adjuster, you would just turn the adjustment to the left or to the right to adjust the beam up and down to where it needs to be. Now with your TRQ headlamps and fog lamps properly aligned, you can drive down the road safely.